Hi, sixth graders. So today I want to get you started on assignment number 5. And for assignment number 5, you're going to be creating a landscape. So we're going to look at how you can show space in a landscape. And I'm not talking about outer space. I'm talking about space as in depth. So I'm going to show you some examples of how to show space in a landscape. So one of the things that we can use to show space is size. So we can play with the size of objects in your drawing. The big thing to remember is that when things get farther away, then they appear smaller. So imagine like a friend of yours, you two were in a field and your friend starts to run away from you. Well, as that friend runs away, they're going to appear to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And it doesn't mean that they are getting smaller, it just looks like they're getting smaller. So when things are farther away, they appear smaller. So if we look at this painting of this landscape with a nice cabin in the woods at a lake, we see here that we notice these taller trees look closer and these shorter trees look farther away. So this tree that's up close to us looks really tall, and these trees way back in the background look really small. Now, in real life, those trees are the same size, but since this one's closer, it looks bigger. Go to this lovely painting. If we notice the dirt road going down the middle of the painting, meandering through the painting, up here close to us at the bottom of the painting, by the way, the bottom is closest to us in a landscape, and the bottom of this painting, the road looks rather wide. But way back here, it's super narrow. Look how tiny that road is. That's because the farther the road gets away from us, the smaller it appears. Love this painting. This rainy day in a city and the lights are shimmering. We notice these lamps. Okay, this tall lamp right here. We can assume that this lamp and this lamp and this lamp and all of these little lamps back here, we can assume that those were all made by the same company and that all of those lamps are actually the same size. But look how big this one looks compared to the next one and the next one. So as things get farther away, they get smaller. Also, you'll notice that the bottom of the lamp of the closest one is lowest in the painting. The next closest lamp is just a little bit higher in the painting, and a little bit higher, and a little bit higher. Now, another tool that we can use to make things look farther away is atmospheric perspective. If you've ever looked out the window at Salt Creek from one of the top floors and you look across the field, you'll notice that the hills that are far away, they kind of look gray and you can't really see many details on them. In atmospheric perspective, when something is far away, the color looks faded and there are fewer visible details. So, got this lovely painting of these mountains, and in the painting, notice the colors. Down here in the field, the colors are really bright, the bright gold and yellow and the greens here. But the trees that are far away right here, they look like grayish blue-green, and the mountains are so faded and so light in color because they're very far away from us. Another painting that shows atmospheric perspective. So the pond or lake or whatever this is that's up close, we can actually see the details. We could see the details of those ripples in here. But these mountains back here, these gray mountains, you can't see any details at all. All we can see is the shape of it. There's a cool pencil drawing. Another landscape at a lake, and we can see examples of both things that we talked about. So the size of this tree compared to the size of these trees. This one looks huge, because it's close to us. And notice how it even goes off the top of the page. And then back here we don't see a lot of detail in the mountains. We just get the idea of the mountain because it's far away. Now this looks like a photograph, but the artist used pencil to draw this. And this masterful artist used atmospheric perspective to show that something is farther away. So up here, up close, we see the details on this stone wall on the face of this mountain. And we see the details in the tree. And both of these, it's a pencil drawing, so the gray looks bold and vivid. Whereas these trees that are farther away look a little bit faded. Now this picture does show up a little bit blurry, but again, it shows us size. So we see this tree here looks taller than this mountain, but we know that the tree is not taller than the mountain. It just looks bigger because it's close to us. I love this pencil drawing. The artist from New Zealand made it in 2019. And again, it's just a pencil drawing. And we can see all the details in the grass up close. This little pond, we see little stones in the pond, but we can't see any stones on the mountain back here. Why can't we see any stones? It's because the mountain is so far away, you wouldn't be able to see the stones. You wouldn't be able to see much texture. It just kind of looks gray. The artist shaded this tree really dark because it's up close, and shaded the mountain a little lighter because it's far away. This side of the mountain is shaded super light. I'm assuming because the sun is shining down this direction on the mountain. And you can see the sunshine on the side of the tree here too that tells us this. Now you can also see here where the artist shaded in the sky, but they didn't shade it in dark, they just shaded it in really light. Now here's a more elementary landscape, but we do see that perspective being used to show that something's far away. We see them use size. So this bridge or dock or whatever it is, down here at the bottom of the painting where it's really close to us, look how wide this looks. But as we go up this painting, the bridge or road, whatever this is, narrows. It gets really small because it's getting farther away. So for assignment number 5, you will be creating a finished landscape pencil drawing. So a finished landscape pencil drawing. This is not done in your sketchbook. This is done on a separate piece of paper. You're going to use what you have learned about contour lines in the previous lessons for drawing shapes. You're going to use what you learned in the previous lessons about shading with values, making things look light and dark with a pencil. Remember, you're just using a pencil, no color. You're going to create a landscape. It can be from your imagination, or it can be one maybe you're going to sit at your window at home and look out and see what you see outside. And you're going to try to draw a landscape. Include a horizon line if you see the horizon. Include some details of things up close. Try to make things look far away. And your landscape should show that you understand how to use size to make things look far away and close up. And your landscape should show that you understand how to use atmospheric perspective. Things that are far away should not have a lot of details, and they should be very lightly shaded. All right, good luck with this assignment. I can't wait to see what you can do because I know you're going to do great. All right, I will see you later.